What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Anthony Joshua and Freddie Roach. Freddie Roach has stated that he knows exactly what he would do with AJ if he could train AJ. He said he could make AJ a better fighter, and right away. The story was, of course, from shout out to Radio Raheem in Seconds Out. I'll leave the link in the description, let you guys check out the interview firsthand. But Freddie Roach pretty much said, and I'm paraphrasing, that he met Anthony Joshua at the Klitschko fight. And Klitschko, of course, was accompanied by Anthony Joshua when they met Freddie Roach, and these three guys were conversing, and Klitschko mentioned to Freddie Roach, hey, you remember the things that you taught me in the gym? I still practice those things to this day, and Freddie was like, thank you very much. And then Anthony chimed in, was like, well, what things were those? And he was like, nah, and then later on, after that fight, of course, Anthony Joshua messaged Freddie Roach and asked him, well, how good or how better of a fighter would I be with you? And Freddie stated that he, didn't reply back because he doesn't believe in stealing fighters, and it's inappropriate because he has his own people, which made sense at the time, because, mind you, Freddie was still with Manny, that was before their breakup. So, I think he had his own fish to fry, he had his star guys, and, and he's right, Anthony Joshua had his own trainers, which he dealt with. However, that is interesting to hear, because Freddie Roach did go on to elaborate on how he would make Anthony Joshua a better fighter. He stated that, he's a big guy, has big biceps and stuff like that, and he would have him shred that weight simply because, it's hard to carry that around for 12 rounds. And that makes a lot of sense because, the biggest fight of last year, well, heavyweight-wise, was, of course, Vladimir Klitschko and Anthony Joshua, and we all know what happened in the 6th round. Joshua dropped Klitschko in the 5th. In the 6th, he was out. He was out of gas. He was like Ortiz was in the 7th round, or rather in the 8th round. He was punched out, and it took him 2 or 3 rounds, a good 2 or 3 rounds to recover, to get that second wind. And I understand the philosophy because, a lot of people did question his stamina. Like, dude, how, this guy does a lot of weightlifting and, he does calisthenic exercises, but he does lift a lot of weights. And, a lot of his workouts and, strength and conditioning is due to like gym workouts. You know what I mean? And, to see him tire out like he did, because, he threw a lot of punches, sure, but he didn't throw that many to be that tired. So I think they had to work on the stamina. But that all puts a play into being that much overweight. You know what I mean? So I get what Freddie Roach is doing or would do. Of course, I think he would, do a lot of things in there, because what do people criticize Anthony Joshua for? Being stiff, like a robot, no head movement. I think Freddie could improve on all that, The thing I question is, how good would his punching power be if Joshua was 15 pounds lighter? You know what I mean? Like, let's say if he pulled a Canelo and went vegan or something like that, you know what I mean? And just get shredded down, you know what I mean? Looks like he looked 7-8 years ago, but that would be something to say. And that is one of the things Freddie Roach shared, with Radio Raheem. And, that those are the things he would work on amongst other things. But obviously it wasn't the things that he taught Klitschko, because he didn't want to reveal that. The thing is now, I wonder if Anthony Joshua had he ever to lose a fight, would he jump ship with his trainer and go to Freddie Roach, on his own card, to tweak some things, to learn some new things, and, it's just something really to think about, because it could happen, because definitely Anthony Joshua was curious about going to Freddie Roach. And, Freddie Roach has trained some of the best fighters, Oscar De La Hoya, Manny Pacquiao, Vladimir Klitschko. I mean, he's trained a lot of them. And I would like to see that, but I want to see, because we've been talking about Fury and Wilder, but that would be something to see, world renowned trainer Freddie Roach training Anthony Joshua. You know what I mean? That has a good ring to it, I think, but of course, you know, Anthony Joshua's loyal. He's a UK guy. He keeps his UK trainers, which is cool. Nothing wrong with that. But it would be definitely something that I would like to see how he would train Anthony Joshua, how Anthony Joshua would look with a different trainer. Because fighters do it all the time. Look at Cotto. He had 3 or 4 different trainers, including Freddie Roach, right? So, and it really, because he actually went back to his hooking style. So Freddie, he is a world-renowned trainer for a particular reason. He knows what he's doing. So, I mean, yeah, it would be something to see. Let's see if something, ever comes of it, You guys tell me what you think about Freddie Roach training Anthony Joshua. Of course, please subscribe. You guys been Counterpunched. Peace.